So she's telling Julia, just out of the blue, nobody even talking about Sophie. Sophie got a sugar daddy. He paying for everything, girl, and banging her out. I wouldn't say it on the cameras, but you know. You know the dang camera right on you.
Wow.
And you waited to sit right there to say it. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Let's get into this 90 Day Fiance. What y'all think about it? What y'all think about it? What y'all think about it? Part 2 of the tell-all. Last resort. It starts off with Brandon and Julia. As you know, his parents are there on the screen. Julia's there. She's admitting to kissing the guy. When we heard her say something else on the last resorts behind the scenes, that she needs to tell Sophie offline about what she did with the other guy. Mm-hmm. Now, Brandon don't want to know because he a simp and he going to be forced to do what he need to do. Because it look like no matter what, he going to stay with her. She feels like, shut the f*** up. She feels like all she did was kiss all on him. And he felt like, look, I took you seriously. We were engaged. And you really ain't get serious till you got here in America. You don't feel the same as me? What's going on? Now, Jasmine opened her mouth and interject and be like, are you going to get over it or not? And then Julia ran with it. Julia ran with it after Jasmine threw her something to say. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you going to get over it or not? What are we going to do? So basically, she telling Brandon, are you going to shut the f*** up about it and eat that shit or what? And Brandon said, yeah, he going to eat it. But if it happened again with her kissing guys while they in a relationship, he out. Why? Right. You ain't going nowhere.
No.
She goes over to hug him, saying she came here to be a good wife.
Fake as I don't know what that part was. Like,
they ain't even trying.
He was like, fuck it. Not even going to stand up.
Yeah.
I don't blame him, but what did she really walk over there to do?
It's to me just to say shut up. And then Rob's like, get a man a chance. He just found out. How y'all gonna rush him to get over it or not? Like, I don't get that about people.
Yeah.
Some people. If you know I'm just finding this out, how you expect me to get over this? You've been knowing for a year. How many years you been keeping the secret and you just admitting it? Mm-hmm. That was Brandon and Julia, guys. Good luck. Go ahead.
Yeah, his mom and them is even saying, if he's gonna decide, because they already know they love their son. Don't get me wrong, but they already know this mofo is stupid behind this girl. So they like, look, we on vacation, we out here sipping on it. Look, son, you're going to be with her regardless of what this girl is going to do to you. So if you're going to decide to stay with her, just get over it. So they basically saying the same thing, because it's and then he don't want to know what this girl is doing. That's crazy. Like, when you think about it, that's kind of deep.
What do you think about the people that's like,
the hell?
Girl, I just saw your man. I don't even want to know about it. Don't tell me. It's like, wow, that tells a lot.
No, like it just depends. I guess that's also from perspective, because you don't want to know because you don't care. You don't want to know because of what it's going to do to you. You don't know.
You're not leaving. You don't plan. You don't want to leave. So we're going to move on to the next couple guys. And we get into Rob and Sophie. And it's just a waste of time. Again, she's trying to convince us that since the show, she's been sleeping with him on months and multiple times. And they just been getting it on.
And it's been good.
And Rob over there cheesing like, thank you, girl, for making me, look good. Thank you for being a good beard. Because you owe me one. You stabbed me in the back. Now, I ain't going to be on your side if you don't go out there and help me now. You got to make me look straight. So she go out there and say, did it, Rob? I did what I was supposed to do. And it's like, yeah, because you never came through on all the seasons. You always backstabbed him and didn't keep the plan. but you be wanting Rob to come protect you and be your shield. So on stage, she sacrificed and she said, all right, I'm going to make it look like me and Rob been getting it on. But we don't get it on no more. We not getting it on now. It was so good. The reason we ain't together because I was starting to want to go back and be with him. But I knew it wasn't the right thing to do. So we just said we ain't going to be together. We getting it on. We married. You want to come home. And then you say, it might not be a good idea. Or for what? What happened? It's a good idea to be getting it on until it's time to think about what to do about this.
Yep.
That's what she want us to believe. That's what Rob want us to believe. I don't believe it. Why y'all not getting it on now then? So anyway, she claimed, before going on stage, you see her going to a room to show Rob her new
set,
her rack. And Rob's like, man, I feel like she just showing me, look what I got. This what you can't have, but you can't get it. I don't think she's teasing Rob because she know Rob don't want it. I don't.
Yeah, true.
What I want to know is why Julia felt the need to run in there.
I don't know. It was probably like a girl thing. Like, oh yeah, come on, let's go live.
No, it's just me and my dude flirting. Get out of here.
Yeah, but she know it ain't even for real.
Well,
that's just a storyline. So she was like another chick.
Girl, come with me because I feel. Yeah.
She's even when and nothing's wrong with that.
Sophie 12, man.
So that's why she ran up in there. Rob just keeping on with the storyline. She's like, oh, I forgot.
So Sean, so Sean out of the blue, hey, we got some behind the scenes. Bow, play the tape, guys. They gonna get you, boy.
Yeah.
And there go Jasmine on the last resort, the recap version. I gotta get the appropriate name for the show, but where they in the back watching the show reacting. Yeah. So she's telling Julia, just out of the blue, nobody even talking about Sophie. Sophie got a sugar daddy. He paying for everything, girl, and banging her out. I wouldn't say it on the cameras, but you know the dang camera right on you.
Wow.
And you waited to sit right there to say it. And Julia like, girl, all right, okay, who? Like we ain't gonna say how we really feel, but girl, she young. Go on. And Jasmine's like, yeah, Rob's useless. So they go back to Sophie. What you got to say? And she's trying to deny it, but then she says she do have a 93-year-old sugar daddy, but she said it ain't true, it's a joke, but she do have one, I guess, and he's paying for things, and Jasmine said he's of a good age. Rob don't look, man, I'm not believing none of this.
No.
Yeah, somebody probably tricking off on her and paying her stuff, but she came here on it. That's why she was always running. Man. Dang, boy, this how they getting their green cards.
I guess so. Shit. It's
crazy. What y'all think about this? I don't want to see Robin and Sophie on another season of nothing. I really don't. I think they could have potentially been good, but they blew it. If they would have did some Robin Annie type stuff, like stayed together, got married, showed us a little something, it just wasn't real from the gate. I'm getting sick of these fraudulent relationships. I'm not going to say it's a lot of them that's on this 90-day, but the ones that do get through the cracks be annoying. They be the most annoying ones.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to move on to Stacey and Florence. So in their relationship, Stacey says they've been kind of rocky. They've been arguing. Florence said the relationship going down. He said they've been arguing about shit that don't even make sense, just stupid.
Stupid stuff, small stuff, just everything.
She feel like he don't care. It's this relationship over. It's over.
There's a whole bunch of BS going on.
So he feel like it's a lot of arguing over stupid shit for nothing. She feels like, he don't even want to spend time with her. He ain't initiating sex, but she says she ain't either. She got menopause. She going through all kind of stuff. They trying to get him to explain, do you understand menopause? If you understand it, explain it to us, break it down. So he's like, I don't know no shit for that. But it looked like he was beginning to say, My mama had it. My sister had it. I hear hot flashes. Then they cut him off.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he was about to say, but then acting crazy and running around, screaming and hollering, acting like the world ended. Maybe he was about to say that, but they chopped him.
Yeah.
So then Brandon comes in to try and say what he thinks. Not that he was going to be like accurate. And Julia tell him he better shut up and don't speak at all. And that's just what he does. He gets quiet and he looks upset about it, but he do what his girl tell him to do. And Rob goes in and tries to explain it simply, and he's like, the girls could take over the rest, I don't know.
Yeah.
And Julia nodding her head. Like, why Brandon couldn't do that?
Right.
This girl here. Ooh.
I don't understand. I don't know if she was trying to save him or
I don't know,
spare him. I don't know what she was trying to do.
Possibly.
You know.
She didn't want a man to say nothing crazy, but come on, man. He got a mom. He was going to say something, then not go too deep. But then they start getting on the man anger. Ivory want to telling me angry. You talk to Stacey crazy. You don't treat her right.
They got clips.
Gino want to say you angry. You need to work on it. Something you need to work on. Oh, yeah, Gino? Man, I like that Josh came out and tried to defend the man and say, no, he don't need to be no way but his wife. He don't owe nobody but his wife an apology. For real. Florence said, I be over there. I be in the corner, man. I can handle my drink. I can handle my bottle. Ain't nobody come and get me. I leave people alone, they leave me alone. But on this show, y'all painting the narrative. In real life, when I'm out in Miami hanging out, I go out all the time, every day. And I ain't getting one fight. But y'all trying to be up here act like I got an anger problem. No. And he was right, and I'm with him. Because he do mind his business. He be where he's supposed to be. And every girl on stage done been defended by Florian. So I didn't get Ari's mouth being open. Because he rescued her. I showed you that. Go to episode 1 or 2. He was there for Natalie. Natalie defended him and said they triggered him. Jasmine knew what she was doing. She know how to make him explode. And she did. But Jasmine got a point, but she don't. She goes to say, if you know you got a problem, if somebody anger you and you can't calm down and you so mad that you do things, it's unacceptable. Yeah. But if you know that somebody may get that mad, why would you do what you're doing to get them there? Like, oh, I know. Not since it's me being my own self. Like, let's say somebody just walk up and they black. What if you walk up and you gay? What if you just walk up and you don't wear designer? Like, you shouldn't. Those beefs are beyond your control. But like, you know, hey, if I go do this and dumb day drink, and then start shoving people around and take his party person away, then he may escalate. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. If you know, that's just wrong. That's all I can say. But I feel like Stacey tried to address it, but very passively. Like she still wanted to be cool and have no problem. I feel like she should have directly checked her the way Natalie said, Jasmine knew what she was doing. So I'm agreeing with Natalie. People be trying to trigger you. Yeah, so Florian do be minding his business, sitting off in the cut, and like he said, nobody come. He don't be so drunk you gotta come get him. He don't be going in people's face trying to get in a fight, you know?
Right.
So if he's escalating when you come in, I feel like people don't understand that. If it look like I'm a loner over here, or I'm in the cut by myself, or I only got 2 parties with me, and it seems like every time you see me it's like that. You don't see me saying too much, but I'm enjoying. I may talk a little bit. That's telling. Don't ignore that, because that means that person has removed themselves from stupid shit and drama and shit they can't deal with, because they're going to get away. Yeah. They're not going to be able to like it like y'all and stand there and find it fun. Some people is like, no, I don't want to be nowhere around that. I don't think it's nice. I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm sensitive to stuff like that. People getting bullied. I might hurt somebody if I see it, or it might trigger me, or so I feel like if you the type of person that's over here and you want to come over here with that shit and you get spooked out and run off because you see somebody going snap, then that should have told you why they was by themselves in the first place. I feel like that about me. I like to lay low in the cut because I don't like drama. I don't like mess. I don't like bullies. I don't like people like that. I don't like grouped up shit where it's clicky mess. You could be in a group, but it need to be real love. And a lot of times it's followers. People won't even call out the person that they following if they knew they was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You ever saw somebody in the clique and the person in the clique hit you first and they lie for them,
Mm-hmm.
all of them?
Mm-hmm.
That's I could be in that group and I would not lie for you. I'd be like, nah, hit them first. Like, I'm so real, I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why you can't be in a group and not follow? If somebody wrong, they wrong.
Right.
So for me, I get what Foreign was saying. And I get why he be to himself. I do not think that means you have an anger problem.
Mm-hmm.
I think that means you don't have a tolerance for stupid shit.
Right.
Does that make you have an anger problem? No, you just want to avoid that in your life. You want to stay happy and fun. That I heard them say that.
They say, I think what they're saying is the way that you respond to it could solidify that you have an anger problem. You know, because everybody don't respond, you know, to that in that way.
But that's why you're not around them in their circle.
There's different levels.
That's why you removed yourself. If you come over here,
it's the understanding of why.
Gotcha.
There's an understanding of why. But what they're saying is where the anger is, that's the reaction you get. The reaction you get is anger. It's not no other level to it. That's what it is. It's like, oh, it's on 10 from jump.
I see him say, no,
Mm-mm.
go away. Like when they was doing the drinks, stop, Jasmine, no. By the time that boy, he was done. 1, 2, 3. That's it. You an adult. You don't need 10 times. I'm with him. If you come over into this space, you got to be away. I didn't come over there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's me, but they ain't getting nowhere. They just arguing. So Stacey addressed how she's nervous that Florence a liability because when he's snapping and spazzing out like that, this gonna be on her basically if he get deported without saying it. Like It's a worry all the time that he gonna punch somebody because once you can't get arrested or nothing when you here in America like that.
Mm-hmm. On
these status, these visas and green cards, you gotta stay out of trouble. That's really hard to not have a drunk night, but again, I don't know. Yeah. He's out. He's taking care of himself.
Yeah,
I get what she's saying. She's saying people are gonna come in your space,
mm-hmm.
and you need to know how to deal with those people.
Right. You know what your triggers are. You know. But yeah.
Right. I think the trigger is this show is where he most likely will punch somebody because it's all centered around surprising somebody with somebody talking about them or setting up or set up for you to find out a secret. And like your reactions are gonna be like it's staged for you to flip out so they can get content, good content. You know, so I like just imagine we going on a trip, Paradise Island, and 3 hours on the boat ride, we stop and you like we docking up, we getting drinks, and we load on. Then you see and then you see the boat of the girl that I've been talking to for 9 months. She coming over. I don't know. You don't know. Look, the girl's coming. She's getting prepared. She got a whole scene on the show that you won't even know about it. They have it.
Yeah.
And the boat pull up, and I'm like, and then the shit go off. Mm-hmm. What do you think you doing? You mad at production? You want to bust the cameras?
Who contacted her?
You mad?
Like, okay.
You done left off the set. They trying to coach you back. Can we get them back? Can we get them back? Look, tell them we'll put a little bit of 10% on the bonus. Just tell them to come back to the stage. Oh, they don't want to come? Let them know they're in fucking contract. Okay. All right, I'm coming. You on the stage. You ain't saying nothing. People don't work with you no more. And shit is just that's how it happened. Mm-hmm. It's set up for it. So
yeah, I get it.
You'll most likely go to jail on set than in real time out at the bar just kicking it in the corner.
Yeah, I
to
agree.
Me,
I agree.
Because I couldn't deal with the games they be doing. Especially on the mother shows like Love and Hip Hop and all that.
All the messy pop-up receipts.
No. Throwing drinks in your face. Oh, no. They already had the table set. We talked about this. Uh-huh. But anyways, guys, we don't want to tarry too long. Let's move on. So Dorsey and Georgie come to the stage. And she hug everybody, but she forget about her sister for a second, Stacey. And then she goes up and she hugs Stacey. Stacey like, girl, come here. What about you, girl? You should have been looking for you on stage when you got here first. So they hug, they do their little thing. Again, I like them. I think it's just for the show. Dorsey, who I think that's Dorsey that comes out. And her and Georgie sit down and, you know, they asking, you know, what's up with the relationship? Why are you all up on my man and my business? They kind of having her respond to things that they talked about on the show and went through. And Dorsey said, man, come on, Stacey. You be all in my business too, girl. You be telling me why you don't leave Georgie. It be the same way. Stop making this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they asked Georgie, do he think that the relationship is too close between him and Florian? Her and Florian. And he says no, he don't think so, and he don't think there's nothing to worry about it. He don't even think that them two hanging out is the main reason that her and Florian are having problems. He think that shit is non-existent.
Right.
Now, if your man don't think there's nothing wrong with them hanging out all hours, then shit, what that tell you? You tripping? Or is why they hanging out, he doing his thing? Like, yeah, shit, y'all go ahead. Shit, yeah, girl, they ain't gonna be back till 6 in the morning. Come on. I ain't worrying about her. She ain't worrying about me. She think I'm bored, but I'm actually talking to you. Because I don't know why he would find it cool. Now, do they have boring people that don't like to do anything? Yes. And maybe he just stay home laying in bed, sleeping good while she's out partying. He knows she with Florence. She's safe. His family. It's cool. You don't think nothing of it. Plus, from another country, your mind wouldn't even let you conceptualize that the brother and sister-in-laws would do that. So Stacey she just feel like the only reason she's calling him and talking to him is when she's venting about her relationship. Mm-hmm. They could talk and understand each other and he help her. So basically he just dandling, distressing her sister. That's it.
Yep.
Like he was with the other girl.
With everybody else.
This what he do.
That's all. You know. But I guess Stacey, she's feeling a little, you know, ignored.
Well, get up and come on out and boogie down, girl. You don't want to do it?
You're not checking on me. You know.
You need to come boogie down. We not staying inside. We outside.
Yeah, but if she's down because the surgery said she was for a while and her sister wasn't even checking on her.
Then he like, man, she laying in bed, man. Mm-hmm. She sleep. Just take your meds and go to bed. And I left you some food on the counter. And you should be all right. I rolled a little baby fridge by the bed, girl. You gonna be good.
Okay.
They out. So they hit Georgie with a question. Sean says, Georgie, do you think that Stacey has a reason to not trust Florian? He said, I don't know. I'm not with them. I'm not in their house. I don't be seeing them. He don't tell me everything. We close, but come on. Now that was respectful. Mm-hmm. And then she said, but I ain't asked you that. Do you think? You better, you remember, you want your check? Yeah, this your first day up here. So we got a 1-day deal. You only get paid for today. We ain't see you. Darcy was on here. Now come on, do your part. Now I'm gonna ask you again. Do you think Stacey has a reason to not trust Florian? Yes. It goes off. Messy boots. Man, you sold me out. And there's cold blood. What they paying you, brother? Turn your back on your brother for the 1 day. Mm-hmm. I could have cut you up a little more. We could have went, I had a vacation wrapped up after this that was better than what they was offering for this little sit down. Mm-hmm. Come on. They was giving you more than a band or two. Man, we could have went out cross country somewhere. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. We could have took a month trip in the Bahamas. Where you want to go? We was going. You ain't even had to pay nothing. You could have catch the hotel, bro. Bro, you sold me out. I don't know, y'all. It was just a little bit of funny. Most of it was rewatching the show when it came to Darcy and them part. They put it on the little screen. They let it play.
Yeah.
And So I thought the episode was pretty good. Not better than one, because Jasmine and Rob showed out.
Right.
Shoes was flying. Production was on buildings like Spider-Man to retrieve the Cinderella shoe. It was crazy. People was getting called all kind of names. Gino was calling people whores.
Yes.
I don't know, guys. Let us know what y'all think in the comments. You got something you want to put on this?
You said everything.
Next,
it was good. It was interesting. It was, yeah.
Next episode, we get into Ari discussing what's going on with her and Binu. I'm already not on her side before we get there, so I'm just letting y'all know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It looked like Josh and Natalie ain't together. Rob and Sophie ain't together. It looked now in the future, Florian and Stacey had a divorce. Jasmine and Gino ain't together.
Nope.
Just Julie and Brandon, but he think they together, but they not. So who together on this stage? The Last Resort, guys, because the show was. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let us know what y'all thought in the comments. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. And again, we just want a peekaboo, a video or two. To hit the subscribe button.
Yes, and thank you to the newcomers. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
We out, guys. Peace.